Good morning. Today I'm going to show you what I eat as a vegan on a typical day. I'm also going to do a tally of my protein and my calcium to make sure I hit my targets for today, and to show how easy it is to hit those targets on a vegan diet. I use the chronometer app to work out the protein and the calcium. I don't use it to work out carbs. It doesn't allow me enough carbs, and I do like my carbs. So far today I've had 3 cups of tea. That is 2.1 grams of protein. Not bad out of 76. The calcium from the soya milk is 90 grams. So I've got millet porridge for breakfast, and I've used organic millet flakes from buywholefoodonline.co.uk. And so the protein from that, I used 1/4 cup of millet flakes, and that is 5.5 grams of protein. I put soya milk in, and from the cup 250 ml of soya milk, I have got, where did I write that down? 7 grams of protein and 300 grams of calcium. Out of interest, it's fortified with B12 and iodine and vitamin D as well, so it's really good to get the fortified. What else did I put in? I put a heaped tablespoon of whole earth smooth peanut butter, and that came to 5.26 grams of protein. I topped it with a banana, which is 1 gram of protein, and some of this really nice high protein soya yogurts, but there are other high protein yogurts out there, and that is 0.92 grams of protein for the 2 dessert spoonfuls I put on my breakfast. And then I drizzled it with agave syrup. So far today, protein wise, out of, like, I need 76 grams of protein. I am 10 stone for reference. 22.78 grams of protein out of 76, so I'm doing well so far for breakfast. And for the calcium, it is 408.6 grams out of 750, 1,000 grams of calcium that I need for my bones. So we're off to a good start. So now it's time for coffee break, and I'm going to have a coffee made with coconut milk. So the protein is 1.30 grams of protein, and the calcium is 292 micrograms of calcium. So the running total is protein 2408 and calcium 700.6. My coffee, cheers! So now it's lunchtime, and I'm going to have chickpea tuna sandwiches, and I'll put a link to the recipe on the screen. The protein for the chickpea tuna is 3.4 grams, and the bread is 8.8 grams, and the spinach is 0.3 grams, and the tomato is 0.8 grams. And so the protein total so far today is 37.38. The calcium in micrograms, the chickpea tuna is 20.9. The bread is 11.4, the spinach is 6.7, and the tomato is 9.1, bringing the total calcium micrograms of 748.7. For my lunch, I'm also going to have some of these fava beans, and this is the sea salt and cider vinegar flavour, which are very nice. And there's no calcium in these, but there is. I've weighed out 20 grams. I don't normally weigh it out. I just normally take out what I think I want. But for the purposes of this, I've weighed out 20 grams, and that's 4.8. So my protein total so far is 42.18. So it's after lunch, and I'm having another cup of tea. So the protein for a cup of tea is 0.7. and the calcium for a cup of tea is 30 micrograms. So the total for the protein in grams is 42.88, and the total for the calcium in micrograms is 778.7. So it's mid-afternoon now, so I've decided to have a smoothie for my mid-afternoon break, and I have made it using soya milk, a cup of soya milk, juice from 1 orange, 1 frozen banana, and a cup of frozen strawberries. So protein wise in grams, 7 grams of protein in the soya milk, 0.7 grams of protein in the orange juice, 1 gram of protein in the banana, and 1.2 grams of protein in the cup of berries, leading the total to 52.78. For calcium in the micrograms is 300 micrograms of calcium in the soya milk, 7.7 in the orange, no calcium in the banana, and 28.9 in the cup of frozen berries. So my calcium is 1115.30 for the day. I don't expect I'll have much more than that. I've gone over what I wanted to do really, but that's fine. So yeah, I'll see you at tea time. It's now tea time, cooked tea time or supper time, and we are having crispy tofu that's been dusted with corn flour and fried in a frying pan. And we've got curly kale and courgettes and onions and carrots and mushrooms and Bombay potatoes. So this is absolutely delicious. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this useful. See you next time. Bye.